Hi, and welcome to Journeys in Faith here on this Friday evening. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Dr. Anne DeSantis, of course. This is our last show of the season. I can't believe it. This is the end of season 5. For those of you who have tuned in before, you might notice that we have new episodes that come out from the beginning of the fall up until maybe the end of June. But then I take off in the summertime. But I just want to thank all the people over this past year who have been guests on my show. There's so many to list, but I've had a lot of authors, nonprofit directors, people who are really just doing great things to make this world a better place. And I just want to invite you, my viewers, to go on my YouTube channel, the Anne DeSantis YouTube channel, and just check out the playlist of Journeys in Faith because we have so many episodes. I think we're like way past like 170 episodes now. And, it's just been a joy. Of course, when I first started this podcast, it was back in 2020 when we were at the beginning of the global pandemic. And I was working together with Fiat Ministry Network and also Bill Snyder from Patchwork Heart Ministry, working together at that time. But as I've kind of evolved over the years, it's become a little bit more of a one woman show at this point. I have so much gratitude to the people who have helped to produce it in the past. But over this past year or so, I've been pretty much, doing things on my own. And it's doable. It really is. It's doable. I think everybody's just busy these days with ministry work, and some things we do have to do on our own. But I'm never really alone, right? Because I have you, my audience, those who have been tuning in, and I just want to thank you so much for getting to know me and listening to these wonderful stories of faith. I mean, like I said, I've just interviewed so many people at this point who have really inspired me to live a better life and given me some great ideas in my own prayer life and in my life of faith. I just wanted to use this podcast, the last one, last Journeys in Faith of the season, just to give you an update kind of on the things that are happening. The first thing I thought I would cover is just to talk to you about the foundation that I represent, the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith at nonnatus.org. I've now been the executive director for this nonprofit for the last almost 8 years, where we make free pastoral outreach to all of those individuals and families who are going through really challenging times. Some of those challenges could be something to do with a divorce, a separation, trauma, job loss, loss of loved one. The list goes on. I mean, there's so many things that people go through these days, things that families go through. And we're represented by the Mercedarian Religious Order at orderofmercy.org. And it's the apostolate of the Mercedarians. So when people get in touch with us, a lot of times what they're looking for is to make an appointment, because that's what we do is we offer free appointments with our Mercedarian priests. And so if you go to the website, I can make that appointment for you. We have a confidential prayer line. We have podcasts. We do retreats. We work very closely in the Philadelphia area with the Dalesford Abbey. We've also worked with the Augustinians in the past too for retreats, and we're grateful to both of them. But keep an eye on that website for the great things that are happening. There are a couple things that I want to mention to you that are going on though this year. And one is a very big thing is that we have an Italy pilgrimage coming up November 3rd to 13th with Trinity Tour Travels. And if you go to our website, Father Matthew Phelan and I are hosting this event, and we're going to be visiting some wonderful places in Italy, including Rome, Assisi, Orvieto, Lanciano, the tombs of Blessed Carlo Acutis, and also Pope Francis. So it's going to be a wonderful pilgrimage. We're having an information night, which by the time this podcast airs, the information night will already be over. But there's great news is that we're recording the information night. So if you go to nonnatus.org on the Italy pilgrimage page, I will have the recorded information night if you want to learn more about it. But I mean, I'll give you the price just so you know, and it is all inclusive, including meals and also your airfare. It is $5,500 for November 3rd to 13th. I've heard from a lot of people that that's a great deal. You can also do our land only package, which is where you can, if you're not located in Philadelphia, where we're flying out of, if you're coming from a different part of the United States, then you can fly in and meet us there and still be very much a part of the pilgrimage. So I'm looking forward to it. My husband Angelo is also going, and I'm hoping to bring along as many of my friends and contacts with me as possible. I hope that you can come, or that you'll consider coming to the pilgrimage. We did have to reschedule it. It was supposed to be in May of 2025. Right now, I'm taping this in June, but we did have to reschedule. So we're really hoping and praying that everything goes great. It will still be during that Jubilee year, which there's so many graces that you receive by attending during this year. If you go to Trinity Tour Travels, just Google that, Google the website, and then you can learn more about the travel company that we're using. So, really looking forward to that. Again, hope you can make it. Now, this is a long way off, but I want to let you know about another wonderful event through the foundation that is also happening. Is at the end of this year, and that would be on Friday, December 12th. We're going to have our celebration supper for the foundation at Ivy Hall in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia. Now, we're going to be honoring two couples for our Family Life Award, and also another one for our Monstrance Award. It also has to do with people who have done wonderful things for the church, for families in this area where I live in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. So all you need to do to learn more about that is just go to our website and check it out, where I already have up there a celebration supper page. So again, hope you can make it. This is our kind of our premier fundraising event. It's going to be a lovely dinner. We have a great speaker that's going to be with us that evening, Brendan Towell. He is an author with National Catholic Register. He's also connected with Pope Leo. He has been in Peru before, met Pope Leo, and is connected with the Augustinian religious order. So there's a lot there, and I think you're going to really enjoy that evening. So join us. Now, I have a lot of more updates that I would like to give you during this program. We are going to take a short break for a commercial or two. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hello, back again. Thank you so much for joining me on this program, and it's great to be here. I have a lot more updates to share with you about things that are going on, both with my ministry and with the foundation. As a lot of you know, I am a speaker with Catholic Speakers Organization, and you see that video that you just saw about my speaking engagements. Been keeping me busy. I've gotten to meet so many wonderful people over this past year. I have visited states like Tennessee, the Johnson City area. I have been out to Oregon. I've been to Illinois. I have been to a lot of other places, including some areas in our Pennsylvania area, that Philadelphia area. Speaking about, the writing that I do, some of my past books are Love and Care for the Marginalized, which a lot of you are very familiar with that book that I wrote back in 2021. I also wrote a book called The Virtue of Affability or Friendliness and Its Relevance in Modern Evangelization with En route Publishing. And I'm happy to let all of you know that I just wrote a new book that's called Living Affability. And what Living Affability is about, it's really it stems from the book that I just mentioned. That was my dissertation. Just got the doctorate this past year from Pontifex University but it stems from the the dissertation that I did. And affability, really, what it is our friendliness. It's our openness to others. It is a virtue that was written about by Saint Thomas Aquinas in the Summa Theologica. Several of our saints have exercised that virtue of openness to others. Someone like Saint Teresa of Calcutta, Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati, who's going to be canonized this summer, and another favorite of mine, Blessed Carlo Acutis, who had a real desire for people to become aware and have a love for the Holy Eucharist, but also of people. He really had a deep desire for people to reach out to others and make a difference to the marginalized. And so, if you want to learn about my speaking events, all you need to do is to go to my website at annedesantis.com and learn more, because I would like to get out there, speak to you, meet all of you. It's one of my favorite things, to be honest with you, is just getting to meet new people, visit places, and spread the faith, right? That's what it's all about, is spreading the faith. There are so many people out there who need us, not just me, but need all of us, our evangelization, and in really making outreach to others. So there's a lot of great things happening, both in my ministry and also in the foundations. And so, I'm just inviting you to continue to watch some of the videos on this program on Journeys in Faith. I am debating, I'll admit to all of you, what I'm going to do in the fall, because this show's been around now for several years. This is actually the fifth season. So maybe for the fall, we'll do something a little bit different. Either way, I am going to keep each and every one of you, updated on that, and let you know what's happening in my ministry and the foundation. So, also, I just want to mention to all of you that on my website at annedesantis.com, you can also send me prayer intentions. If you go to the About Anne page at the bottom there, I'm always wanting to hear what's going on with you, keeping in touch. Even though this show right on this particular day is featuring me talking about my ministry, I really look at it as it goes both ways. It's not just about me and even the people I interview, but it's also about you and what's going on with you and what I can do to help serve you through prayer, care, and outreach. So I just want to thank you so much again. Now, this show is just a little bit shorter than the other ones in the season, but I wanted to do a little season finale just to kind of let you know what was going on with me, which is basically, the foundation, my writing, my speaking. And keep an eye on Amazon if you could too for that new book. It just came out. Again, it's called Living Affability. It is a 40-day journey. Every day there is a quote, a call to action, and a prayer. And the quotes are coming from pretty much popes and saints. And it really is a catechesis too. So I'm hoping you can get that book. It is available on ebook and also paperback and hardbook. So please do stay in touch with me. Again, sending my prayers and blessings to you. Until next time, I'll keep you posted on what's going to be happening with this show, whether this is going to be the last Journeys in Faith, I'm not sure yet, or whether we're going to try for another season 6. So God bless, and we'll see you soon. Have a great summer.